Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be discussing the yoga pose Tadasana, also known as mountain pose. So let's come to a standing position on our mats. First thing I want you to do is take a look down at your feet. You want to make sure your feet are parallel, so all the toes should be facing toward the front of your mat. Also, you want to make sure that your feet are hip width apart. So what that means is we've done a lot of work finding our sits bones, especially in Pilates work. You find the sits bones to line up your heels with the sits bones when you lie down. Those sits bones are what is considered to be hip width apart, okay? So we're not going for a hip width apart that's way out here. Unless you have issues with your sacrum or if you're pregnant, those would be good opportunities to use the wider hip width apart. But if you don't have any sort of issues with your sacrum, if you're not having any pain in your tailbone, if you're not pregnant, do try to bring your feet in. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to lift up the toes. Lift your toes up off the mat, and you should be able to feel your feet press down, the four corners of your feet press into the ground. And I'm talking about the spot under the big toe joint, the spot under the little toe joint, and then the inside and the outside of your heel. You should feel even pressure with all four of those points pressing down into the ground. Now as you feel that energy reaching down, so too should you feel energy coming out through the top of your head, so we get a nice lift. Once we've established that lift, think about broadening the collarbones, creating space, bringing your head back in alignment, and you can bring your hands up to heart center. The palms lightly meet each other, your thumbs lightly touch on your sternum. Nice and lifted. Now we'll inhale and exhale through the nose. You can also do a variation where you work on opening through the breastbone. I'll turn sideways so you can see, but you're grounded down, you have your lift, and then just from about the center of your chest, you want to create an upper back bend, opening up this upper part of your spine, okay? So we're not coming back from the low back. This has nothing to do with the low back. This is opening up the chest, which so often is hunched forward over a book, over a keyboard, computer, what have you, even working in the kitchen, you're going to be bent. We do a lot of work in our day where we're bent and stooped forward. So taking time in this pose to really lengthen your spine and even open is going to be very therapeutic for most people. So ground down through the feet. Nice and lifted. Feel that reach up through the top of the head. Bring the head in alignment, hands up to heart center with the palms lightly touching. And then I want you to think of rotating your heart up toward the ceiling. You can also, for a variation, release your hands down by your sides. From your shoulders, you want to rotate open. So really feel the collarbones broadening. If you have tight shoulders, this is a really great opportunity for a stretch. And just like we did with that little bit of extension to open the heart forward, you can do that here as well. So take a moment, see how this feels. Energy out through the fingers. Yoga is all about energy. We push down through the feet to help us get that lift up through the top of our head, and then we reach out through the fingers to help us broaden across the chest. And at the same time, we broaden across the chest to help us reach out through the fingers. You don't have to keep your toes lifted the whole time. I normally do just to work on my balance and to work on strengthening my ankles. By lifting your toes, it helps hug the muscles to the bone in your ankles. But if your toes are getting tired, you definitely don't have to hold them up. Thank you for watching this video. If you're enjoying my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also find me at www.custompilatesandyoga.com. Thank you.